Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. This video is the best cash ISAs in 2026. So I'm going to tell you about all of the best cash ISAs with the highest interest rates that you can open right now. All of the ISAs that I mentioned will be linked in the description box below as usual. All of the accounts that I talk about are FSCS protected up to £120,000. And I'm going to list the ISAs in interest rate order, so stay tuned until the end of the video because those ISAs at the end have the highest interest rates. But all of the accounts mentioned do have the highest interest rates overall for cash ISAs right now. This video contains my top easy access cash ISA picks as well as my top fixed rate pick, so that's all coming up. Before we get into the video, please take a second to give it a like. Thanks for the like. If you want to stick around and see more videos from me, including my regular savings account updates, then be sure to subscribe. You can subscribe somewhere down here and then you'll be able to see all of my next videos. Cash ISAs are of course a great way to save because they allow you to save and not pay tax on the interest, and there are some great ISAs with some great interest rates out right now. So that's what this is all about. Let's get into the first one. The first account is my top pick for a high street name. It does have the highest interest rate you can get on a cash ISA with a high street name at the moment. This is the cash ISA from the Bank of Ireland and the interest rate is 3.95%. This includes a 1-year bonus interest rate and the minimum you can deposit is £100 and of course the max that you can deposit is £20,000. You can open this one online and interest is paid annually. This is not a flexible ISA, so that means if you do need to withdraw from it and then redeposit money in the same tax year, it will affect your overall allowance. This is an easy access ISA, so it's great because you can deposit and withdraw as and when you like. It also allows transfers in, so that's obviously great if you do have any ISAs elsewhere that you want to transfer over and take advantage of this interest rate, then you can. Overall, I think this is a great option if you are looking for a high street name and you want to take advantage of your cash ISA savings with this good interest rate. Like I said earlier, it does have the highest interest rate for a high street name at the moment. It was also the highest in my last video that I made in December too. So that shows it stays competitive. It is a lower interest rate than all of the accounts that I will mention today. But if you do want to stick with a high street name, then it could be a good one for you. Continuing in interest rate order, the next account that I'm going to tell you about is my top pick for a fixed rate cash ISA. This is a 1-year fix. I've chosen this one because it does have a great interest rate, one of the highest rates available for a fix right now. And 1-year fix, good amount of time to fix for. This interest rate is 4.13% and this is from the Coventry Building Society. As you can see, this one is a higher interest rate than the previous Bank of Ireland one that I told you about. So actually, if you do want to fix right now and lock in an interest rate, then it could be a good option. Because whilst the interest rate is lower than all of the accounts that I will mention after this point, it does mean that you are locking in that interest rate for a year, so it might be worthwhile. Your money is fixed into the account though, so it would be for savings that you are happy to put away for a year. The minimum deposit is £1 and you can open it online, in the app, by phone, by post or in a branch. They also allow transfers in, so if you have an existing cash ISA that you want to transfer over, put it into this fix, then you can. You can actually make withdrawals from this account if you need to, but if you do need to, then you have to pay a penalty of 90 days of interest. And finally, you can choose whether you get your interest paid monthly or at the end of the year, at the end of the term. And that was the Coventry Building Society cash ISA, and that was my top pick for a fix. Let's go back to the easy access ISAs now. So all of the accounts that I mentioned after this point are easy access ISAs, and we're continuing in interest rate order. The next one is with Atom Bank and the interest rate is 4.25%. The minimum deposit is £1 and the maximum that you can deposit is £20,000. This one doesn't allow transfers in and it's not a flexible ISA. You open this one via the Atom Bank app and interest is paid monthly. I think this one is a good option with a competitive interest rate. If you've already used your new customer bonuses elsewhere, then this could be a good one for you. Moving on to the next ISA, this one is from Plum and the interest rate is 4.32%. This one also includes a 1-year bonus interest rate and this is for new customers only. So if you are a new customer of Plum, then you can take advantage of this one. Otherwise, I suggest staying tuned for the rest of the video where I tell you about a few more that hopefully you haven't used yet. Minimum deposit with this one is £1, and the max that you can deposit is of course £20,000. You open this one using the Plum app, and you can decide whether you want your interest to be paid monthly or annually. It is an easy access ISA, so withdrawals are unlimited, and you can deposit and withdraw as and when you like. I think this is a good feature of this one because the Plum one used to have a limitation on withdrawals that would affect the interest rate. So now it's easy access, so you can withdraw as much as you like. One thing to note about this one though is that you can transfer in, but you do get a reduced interest rate on the balance that you're transferring in. So for balances transferred in, then you're currently getting an interest rate of 2.54%. So obviously if you do have a balance that you want to transfer in, this is a pretty low interest rate. So check out the next two that I'll tell you about because they do have higher interest rates for transfers in. And this is not a flexible ISA. That was the Plum Cash ISA. I think it's a great option if you're a new customer because you can take advantage of the new customer bonus interest rate. The next cash ISA is from Trading 212 and the interest rate is 4.33%. This interest rate is also for new customers only. The minimum deposit is £1 and you can deposit up to a maximum of £20,000. You can open this one online or in the app, and interest is paid monthly. It is a flexible ISA, so that means that you can withdraw and then redeposit in the same tax year without it affecting your overall ISA allowance. It is easy access as well, so you can deposit and withdraw as and when you like. In my experience, withdrawals are pretty quick, so that's always good. You can make transfers into this one. You do get a reduced interest rate, so it is lower than the 4.33, but the interest rate on the balance transferred in is 3.6%. I think this is pretty good, but if you do have a balance that you want to transfer in, then check out the final ISA that I'll mention shortly, because that one does pay the same interest rate on transfers in, and it is quite a bit higher than this one. Overall, I think this one is a great option. We often see Trading 212 close to the highest in terms of interest rates. So at least if you open this one, you know that you should be getting one of the highest interest rates around at any given time. If you do decide to open this one, then use my link in the description. Deposit £1 in the invest section of the app, and then you can get a free fractional share worth up to £100. If you want to open this one anyway, then you might as well take advantage of that. I've got one more account to tell you about. This one has the highest interest rate for a cash ISA right now. This one is the cash ISA from eToro, and the interest rate is 4.49%. The minimum deposit with this one is £500, and you can of course deposit up to a maximum of £20,000. You can open this one online or in the app, and interest is calculated daily and paid at the end of the year. This one does allow transfers in, and you can get the same interest rate on the balance that you transfer in as you get with the ISA anyway. So that means 4.49% on balances that you transfer in. Your money is FSCS protected like it is with all of the accounts mentioned in today's video. Your money is held in segregated accounts with the Wealth Manager Money Farm. And this ISA is flexible, so that means that you can withdraw and then redeposit in the same tax year without it affecting your overall ISA allowance. The last thing to mention about this one is that you can make 3 withdrawals per year without it affecting your interest rate. If you do need to withdraw any more than 3 times in a year, then your interest rate does go down. Your interest rate also goes down if your balance drops below £500. The lower interest rate is 3.49%. So you do get access to your money with this one. You can of course make as many withdrawals as you like, but you would get a reduced interest rate if you need to make more than 3. So if you do feel like you need more access to your money, then perhaps Trading 212 would be a better option for you. That being said though, if you do want to get the maximum interest rate that you can right now on your cash ISA savings, then this is the one for you. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. Those were the best cash ISAs that you can open right now. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like if you haven't already, and comment below and let me know which of these accounts you're interested in opening. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.